Hi, I'm Lindsay Hands, and this is Center Cut, and we're here to give you the insight to what's going on in your community. Later, our story on the DC skateboarding competition. But first, the 63 bus is being rerouted. This is sure to spark controversy amongst learners. We go now to Christina Buendia with more on that story.
Due to California's financial crisis, AC Transit decided to make some changes to their service.
One of the lines that AC Transit is thinking of discontinuing is the 63.
In the beginning I was really confused about the signs, because all the signs still said the 63 stop there, and the first couple of times I have to run a few blocks just to catch it because it doesn't stop there.
I actually take it every day. I take the 50 from Bay Farm, and I catch the 63 at South Shore, and that's how I get to school.
ACLC's news team went to a community workshop to find out what was going on.
Today was a public hearing or a public workshop regarding service changes that AC Transit is planning for its entire service area. It includes a 15% reduction in the amount of service that they'll be offering across their district. It includes changes to many of the lines, reductions in service on some, elimination of others, and changes in routing of even others. Island High would probably be the most affected because the school buses don't currently travel all the way to Island High, and the proposal for the changes to line 63 would actually take the bus further away from Island High.
But Island High won't be the only school affected. ACLC will have to deal with changes as well.
How do you feel about the rerouting of the 63 bus?
Upset, because whenever the 631 doesn't come, I have nowhere else to go, and my mom has to drive me.
If they make the 63 go straight into Oakland, then I can't, I'd have to walk all the way from Webster to school, which obviously is not good.
That's the only bus that comes anywhere near my home, and too many times if I miss the bus at school or if I have to do something else, I really rely on the 63.
ACLC kids aren't happy about the change and are hoping AC Transit will provide an alternative.
Thanks, Christina. Next, ACLC Cribs, where Tigre Kasai takes us around the center to different hangouts.
Hi, I'm Tigre.
And you're watching ACLC Cribs!
That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight. Hey! Here we go!
It's my crib right here. See this? We got lights on watch, we gotta keep my crib clean. Right here, we got my 12-inch screen. High def, all your movies, everything. Games, everything. Homework, work, magic happens right here. Right here, my bookshelf. We got all the math books right here. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Right here, it's my car. It's my car. It's a picture. It's my baby. It's my whip.
Hi, and welcome to our crib.
This is Eleanor's chair, this is Maddie's chair, and this is my chair, and
this is my chair.
Pretty much here we eat our lunch.
So I put my hands up to play my song, the butterflies fly away. Nodding my head like yeah, moving my hips like yeah. I got my hands up to play my song.
Now get out!
Yeah, it's a party in the USA.
Thanks, Tigre. Two of our ACLC learners left for DC a few weeks ago for an extreme skateboarding competition. Tara Holford has more on that story.
For today's sports report, we'll be talking about Liam Morgan and his downhill longboarding race.
Berry Hill was east of Portland, about 100 miles. Went up with Jake D'Amato, who goes to our school, and a friend named St. John Davis, who does not go here. We drove up there. It's a good, solid 11-hour drive. It was a painful drive because we were all just so excited to go skateboarding. We didn't unfortunately did not make the free riding. We woke up Friday and just started riding. Just got to practice the hill, I think 2 or 3 times, and then we had qualifying, which is you go by yourself and it's a timed run. These things that time how fast you complete the course. And that's to determine if you make it, if you qualify into the open class. So the open class is just anyone can race, and if you qualify to get into the open class, then you're able to race. I did not qualify for open, but I did qualify for juniors, so I raced juniors. But yeah, the problem that I had with Maryhill is that there's not a lot of riding. I was there for 3 days, and I think I only probably got 10 rides. There was one kid who was beating me consistently, but then, right, we're all lined up, ready to start racing, and it starts just pouring. And that changes the track completely. We took one run. I got to the bottom of the hill, quickly lathed my wheels into race so that it has traction. I was racing, and at the top I was with this kid, and he was in first and I was in second, and we were just going back and forth the whole time. He finally fell, and I just took off ahead of him and got first place, and won the Maryhill Festival of Speed Junior 1 division.
Thanks, Tara. As many of you know, ACLC is going through a terrible budget crisis, and we may and probably will have to make changes that we don't want to. And now we go to James Williamson with that story.
California is facing major budget problems, and one thing they have cut is school funding.
Right now, our financial situation is crap.
The governor reduced our ADA. Every kid, now we get significantly less money per kid.
We're losing like $120,000 per year out of our like $500,000 surplus that we used to have, and we're needing to cut things, and we're going to need to grow the population of our school, and it sucks really bad. We can cut out $22,000 if we just have older kids take charge of PE, and I don't know if that's like a good idea or whether it's like mandated by the state of California. What we've been doing recently in leadership is we've taken sheets of paper and they have our overall financial problem, like our deficit, our running deficit per year, so the $120,000. We have all of our CCEF programs and all of our programs that we have here, like PE and the free yearbooks and teacher compensation, stuff like that.
In conclusion, the future of ACLC is riddled with financial problems. However, there should be no doubt in the community's mind that when the time comes, everyone will have a say in how the budget cuts go down. This is James Williamson for Center Cut. Back to you, Lindsay.
Thank you, James. At ACLC this year, we're lucky to have some new facilitators. We go now to Gail Liano with one of our new facilitators, Randy Covey.
Body, nose cone, and fins. With the fluid of the air, the molecules of the air, is going to cause some of that kinetic energy to turn into heat. Okay, then you're going to make a slip knot on it, and you have to hang your rocket from its center of gravity.
I think Randy's a really cool new teacher. I first met him at one of our summer planning meetings with all the other facilitators, and I've heard a lot of great things about his classes, his physics classes especially, so I think he's going to be a great addition to the team.
He puts on music during class, but a lot of time he comes from a traditional school, so he likes kids to pay attention, and that's not always what we give him.
I think he's a really cool teacher. He's really hands-on with the kids, and he's really fun. He's kind of both. He can be goofy, but when he needs to be pretty serious and strict.
I was hired into kind of a small experiment similar to ACLC, and when I got hired into it, one of the people on the team was Tricia Williamson.
I think he's a very good teacher. He's really good at hands-on projects and keeping kids engaged and explaining things really clearly. And he works really hard with kids that don't understand.
I've been working for about 10 years in a much more traditional setting over at Wood Middle School. And while there's kind of room to do creative stuff there, hands-on stuff, linking, with real life, there just wasn't enough freedom there to kind of do the kind of teaching that I wanted to do. Although it's a little chaotic around here, it's a little loud sometimes, it's a little wild sometimes, and that takes getting used to. The freedom to just do the kind of teaching that I know learners enjoy and the kind of teaching that works, it's all worth it.
Thank you, Gail. And finally, this week's Computer of the Week is the computer by Carrie's desk, because people don't seem to use it as much as the other computers. This has been Center Cut. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.